Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, 272 times ago.
272?
Was the first one. Stole him off the transfer portal.
Yeah. Nice little NIL deal.
And we're still here.
A few of them. Slackers, Rivaldo, Kel, Cheer.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Still doing it.
Some nice little NIL deals to get over here.
Still doing it. Welcome in here. It is another one of these In the Buildings with me, Mike, and Rudy J. And we're once again emanating today in our interim home, Pub Sports Radio studios in beautiful San Antonio, Texas, where the weather's getting better. I wore a jacket and I got here and thought I don't need a jacket today. It's already getting nice out. So
yeah.
My mood's going to get better. I've been stressed out. The weather has sucked. February has been terrible for weather. I think we had like 6 days of sun in 28 days.
Yeah, one of y'all hunting people, shoot that damn groundhog right between his eyes. Son of a
Did Punxsutawney Phil not see his shadow? I don't know how it goes.
I think he didn't or he did.
I don't know the difference.
I think if he saw it, I think he saw a shadow, so we got extra winter.
Well, welcome in here. I don't know. God almighty. Well, look, normally a Texan shouldn't bitch about winter because because the summer lasts 7 months.
Right.
But God dang, we had a shitty February. It's not quite over yet, but thank God it looks like springtime is here. And the people are rolling in too. Thank you. You can shoot us a tip on the super chat by going into there and participating in the chat that Jose Bouquet will be in charge of once again today as we emanate from the Pub Sports Radio studios in San Antonio, Texas. So get your asses in here and help fund this program and keep this thing above water, which it continues to be. And we're happy that we have everybody that jumps in here. And I've noticed a jump in views the last couple of days. And I appreciate that. Thank y'all very much. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic, man. Could not be better. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying this weather. It's going to be a great weekend. Get outside, get some vitamin D.
It's hard to be ass whipped.
Make sure you listen to this show, by the way.
It is Ass Whip Tuesday.
Can
I bitch about my neighbors that live around me without calling their names? I don't know who they are.
You don't even know them.
So one of my pet peeves is people that don't pick up dog shit.
Oh, I hate that too. When I see them, because sometimes I'll see them in my neighborhood and I'm like, where's your plastic bag, bro? You just going to let your dog take a dump in your neighbor's yard without the plastic bag? It's weird.
It is weird. It's weird. And you live in a neighborhood where you have people that will come by and just let their dog shit in your yard.
In people's yard.
God, that's worth getting your ass kicked over.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Don't tell me it's fertilizer.
Because we had such bad weather last week. The gentlemen that normally clean out my little dog can thing, they didn't get to it for like 5 days.
Oh, God, that's awful.
In my little complex there, and that trash can built up.
Ugh.
And it was spilling over the top.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the bags on the ground next to it. I'm like, these boys need to get their asses out here. I guess the maintenance crew took the week off because of the bad weather.
Yeah, the weather was awful.
But when they get here, though, they're going to have a horrible mess. I might rather just fight through it and come out here and do my job, even though it's cold.
Yeah.
And, oh, man, it's stacked up. And so what happened was, because it was overfilling, a bunch of my neighbors just let their dog go. And that's not the solution, man.
No, if nothing, at the end of the day, use your plastic bag and just walk it to the dumpster yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't want to, you don't dump that in your kitchen.
I know you pay for that service, but if, under certain circumstances, you got to take care of it yourself.
Yeah, people get lazy as hell over this kind of thing.
We don't like being in the cold. And when you're taking your dog out at 6 a.m. and it's 26,
I know
you're just like, all right, hurry up, pump and dump.
Later on, I stepped in dog shit last week. That's the reason why I'm pissed about that today. So I want to.
That's an ass whip.
Yeah, total ass whip. I had to wash my shoe. Sucks. Absolutely. Those cool shoes I like too. That I got.
Oh, the white ones.
I got another pair that look like they're the U colors.
Okay.
The real bright Miami orange and green. Yeah. They look like the U, and got dog shit all over the bottom of them. So I hope the person that let their dog shit in my yard gets butt polyps. Good morning. Welcome. I'm in a good mood today. It's never too early or late to talk football because the NFL now, not only have they mastered their own season, They have mastered the ratings when it comes to the offseason as well. You know that the highest rated thing all week long by far, sports-wise, in American television will be the Combine.
We like the Combine.
We have to admit, I do.
We enjoy watching 40s. We enjoy watching them, because we want to, especially like if your team isn't the Eagles.
Yep.
You're watching the Combine looking for somebody to go and tell your homeboys, hey, man, that lineman from Memphis, I think he could be a steal in the 4th round. He did the shuttle in 2.2 seconds. He had such a vertical. He benched 55 times. So yeah, we like the Combine.
Yeah, this is when we'll start getting all of the white boy cliches.
Oh, God,
he's a coach on the field, high motor, high intellect.
You got to lock the gym. You got to lock the gym. You got to protect him from himself.
We had to change the keys because he went and had his own key made. He's so dedicated to the program.
He's always open, but he can't jump over a curb.
Oh, God. It was about a year ago at this time, too. And, of course, we'll get on a local level, we'll get the never-ending ass whip that is Jerry Jones's state of the team on the bus.
Did anybody else do one?
A bus?
No, a state of their team.
Oh, no. Only Jerry. No.
The Chiefs?
No.
Eagles?
No.
The 2 teams in the Super Bowl don't do this.
Let's see. No. Let me check my notes and make sure. No. No, only the megalomaniac that owns and operates your Dallas Cowboys. He has to bring the bus up there to show it off. He just can't go up there in a regular car.
No.
Got to park the big ass bus out front.
That bus is fire, though.
And it is, but still.
Is that the one where him and Steve were diddling?
Well,
allegedly.
That's the one where a bunch of young honeys got taken out of Nobu one year. Were on the bus for several hours. And I'm pretty sure that the director of officiating was on the bus that night, too. I think his name is Pereira. I think he's retired now. I think he works in the booth for Troy and Joe.
Damn.
But they were in there talking football. You don't know what they were doing. But that being said,
I just caught that bullshit.
What do you think? You think I should? What do you think? I don't want to overpay Dak Prescott. No, baby, you sign whoever you want.
Right. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. And so we'll get the annual State of the Bus address, in which Jerry will act like a dumbass and say things that are dumb. It was a year ago at this time that we got, hey, we're all in.
That was
all in.
Did you believe him?
No. I'm like, oh, well, you're all in.
But like at the time, though, you didn't believe him a little bit. I did. Because when he said all in, I was like, oh, they're going to try and go get, Saquon, or they're going to try to get Derrick Henry. Or
that's what I did think that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't think that their big free agent signing last year would be a washed Zeke Elliott.
Right.
I did not think that's what all in meant.
He duped me on that one. Jerry got me on that one. Shame on me.
I've been duping them for 50 years.
Exactly. So shame on me. It's like it's so many times.
And so yesterday, well, we haven't had Jerry's State of the Union on the bus yet, but we did get Stephen Jones with a phrase that he used that might be this year's all in. So Stephen said yesterday that the Cowboys are going to have selective aggressivism.
What does that mean? So they're going to be aggressive, but they're going to be smart about it.
I.e., we're going to be selectively aggressive this season. I just like I didn't. While I thought we might get a better running back than Zeke Elliott last year, I did not think for 1 second all in meant they were all of a sudden going to go to the number one in spending and free agency. And as cynical as I am as a longtime observer of them / sometimes fan, I just don't trust them at all. Nothing they say has any merit. They've long ago used all of their mulligans with me. And so when I heard him say we're going to be selectively aggressive, I just LOL'd it. I don't know. I mean, okay, sure. Show me. Put up for once. Or shut the fuck up. But they never do.
This is this is my cowboy
Fine.
hat. This is my cowboy hat I'm putting on now.
All right,
it's not the Mamba hat.
Okay. That's a nice hat.
Thank you. Oh, shout out to my man. He's already in the chat. Adrian Robles, Fitted Threads.
Did he do this too?
He did this too.
Man, that's really
Legends
nice.
never die.
I might not even wear that. I might hang that up and leave it.
He gave me the Mamba hat with
That's
the
cool.
Mamba logo. Yesterday was Kobe GG Day 224. Shout out to Fitted Threads. Hit him up if you need something. He gonna charge you though. It ain't for free. But put on my Dallas Cowboy hat, Mike.
Okay.
Other than Philly, there was a lot of teams that spent a lot of money and it amounted to nothing. So
Sure.
I get why Cowboy fan is frustrated because there was people that you felt like they should go after, but I do see where Steven's coming from with the selective aggressiveness, because just throwing money at it, as we've said a million times, we talked about it with the Dodgers, we talked about it with the Yankees. Throwing money at something doesn't necessarily correlate to wins. Now, the problem is, going back, let me take the Cowboy hat off,
Okay.
is in their selectiveness, it's the wrong selections.
Thanks.
So, but I
You
get where
want me to
Steven's
spend money or not?
But
Come
when
on,
you
y'all
go,
can't do nothing with y'all.
when you draft a 3-7 running back in Deuce Vaughn, and you're fixed to the running game, which was doo-doo this year, was an over-the-hill Zeke Elliott, who you ended up releasing in the middle of the season. That's when we're like, we give you the side eye, Steven, for your selectiveness,
Right?
If that's a word.
Yes. And again, you're right. I just fuck the slogans. Just do stuff. Just go do the right things for the football team.
Right.
We're talking about an organization that has more leaks than the Iraqi Navy. Steven says they want to. And look, if you'd have told me, hey, I'm going to give you a quote from a random assistant GM.
Okay, I'm listening.
And I'm not going to tell you who it is. And I just read it. I'd have been like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But because of who says it, I just have no. It's the drug addict who's been to rehab 40 times. It's the lying, cheating bitch, slut girlfriend that swears to God she's seen Jesus and she's never going to cheat on me again. Yet every time I let her in,
she gets you again.
After a couple of days of bliss, I can't go to work or go get gas without my neighbor slipping in the back door and getting in her back door. And that's me.
Damn.
I am a disgruntled, jaded, out of F's to give, recovering Cowboy fan. But yeah, he does say the right things. We want to fill as many needs as we can before the draft. That way, when we do get to the draft, we don't have to draft for need. We can draft based on the most talented kid on the table. That's great and all. If you want to go fill all the holes before your draft so you can draft on talent only, okay, well, that requires you not to be the cheapest team in the league. We just said this yesterday. They're 32nd in free agency spending in the last 5 years in the NFL.
Do you want them to make better draft picks, or do you want them to start throwing money in free agency?
Yes.
Which one? What do you prefer? What do you feel like should be the priority?
I feel like
the draft should be. You don't have to pick one. I think the draft should be the priority.
Is it cool? Why can't we be the Eagles and do both well? They draft well and they sign the right guys.
Well, they got the right people in the front office. There's no fixing that.
Understood.
Yeah.
I would build my team in the draft. This is so silly because this is what I would do, and they won't do it. Because then Steven went into this long thing about Micah Parsons and how he's number one priority. And we got to fill needs before the draft. And in their mind, filling a need, well, that's Micah Parsons. They want to start talking to his guy. He's going into his 5th year, his rookie contract.
Okay.
He's going to make 21 this year, which is not bad. Obviously, he wants 35, 36. I don't think Micah's going to hold out, but they're supposed to start talking to his people soon. Great. So let's just, you've already put a gag on the salary cap with Dak's deal. You gave CD a gargantuan money last year, which I wasn't necessarily opposed to giving CD that kind of money. But what's going to happen is, and I talked about this yesterday some, they go get Micah Parsons. Now they have a built-in excuse that Jerry always gives. Well, I mean, hell, I can't go sign good players because I had to give Micah Parsons $180 million. That's what they always do. They sign their own guys and then throw their own guys under the bus. It's like, they blame that. I can't sign anybody else. I can barely fill the roster because, I had to give Dak his money, had to take care of CD. Now I got to get Micah. So now I got to go get used car salesmen to come in here and play linebacker because it's Micah Parsons' fault. If he weren't so good, I wouldn't be out of money. And it's bullshit. Tired of hearing that shit.
Well, as much as Micah irks our nerves as a whole, as the public, he only played in 13 games last year,
right?
And was still, put my cowboy hat back on,
okay.
And was
still, like you go back and forth.
Yeah, and he was still top 5 in sacks.
Okay,
only 13 games, and he was still top 5 in sacks. And in today's NFL, I would say after quarterback, pass rusher is the second most important position on a football field, because if you can't get to, look at the Super Bowl. They were able to frustrate and hurry up and touch and feel and sack Patrick Mahomes, which played a huge part in Philly upsetting the Chiefs this Super Bowl. So you got to have a pass rush, and Micah Parsons is a really, really, really good option, despite his D-baggery.
But if that means I can't sign any safeties, and I can't afford corners anymore, and that means Brandon Cooks has to leave, and I can't re-sign Osa Odigizua and guys like that. The draft. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to run. I got to make sure that I have the best fucking draft I've ever had, because all my money's wrapped up in 3 guys. It's just no way to live, and they don't spend money in free agency. So I need to see something. Show me that you want to spend. Show me you want to fill holes and needs, because it's like they want to operate like the Oakland A's, because we don't have any money.
I don't want to go that far. That's the extreme side.
They want to play Billy Bean football.
I don't want that, Mike. Yeah, I don't want that, Mike. I don't want them to be the A's or the Rays.
I would.
The Cowboys can't operate like the Tampa Bay Rays. That's unacceptable.
Correct.
That's unacceptable. Highly unacceptable.
But you also can't. Then don't give Micah Parsons 180 and then tell me I can't afford anybody else. If you're going to be the Yankees, be the Yankees. If you're going to be the A's, be the A's. But you can't be both. They try and be both. I mean, gosh, why not just let Micah Parsons walk? Now I've got $180 million, and I can build depth with guys that we don't even. Would you rather have Micah Parsons and me and Jose Bouquet playing defense for them? Or would you rather have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 solid guys that are pretty good?
At this point,
because they act like they're going to have a bunch of holes if they have to sign Micah.
At this point, because we've seen this formula is not working, I would go with what you said, Mike. I'd rather have 6 or 7 pretty good dudes.
Right.
Yeah, because it hasn't worked with your. Like, I get it. Everybody's doing this 4 or 5 guys where you pay a bunch of money to, and you let the chips fall every other position with rookies. Some teams it's been successful, and then you have your teams like the Cowboys where it's like, look, we can't do the big 3. We can't. CD, Dak, Micah doesn't work for us.
Right. We've seen this.
We've seen it.
How often do you have to see this?
San Francisco ended them a couple times. The Green Bay Packers ended them. So we could talk about this year. Well, Dak wasn't there, Rudy. Okay, well, what about the year Green Bay came in the wild card in Dallas and stomped the mud hole in you? 2 years prior to that, you get beat by San Francisco. So 3 years in a row, we've seen y'all with this big 3 that Steven and Jerry been telling us we have to. Dak, CD, Micah. Those are important pieces. Well, it hasn't worked. So at this point, maybe you do think about spreading that money around to 5, 6, 7 guys that are pretty good.
Right. And I hate drafting running backs in the first round, but they've become so.
But I think it's time.
Because they don't have anybody.
Yeah, it's time.
They should not be in this position where they have to draft a runner that high, but they've backed themselves into a corner with Rico Dowdle and Zeke Elliott.
Jesus.
And so now they almost have to, take the kid from Boise State or something, and then build depth on defense, and then just go out there and let Dak do whatever. It's just good luck, Cowboy fan, with your selective aggression. I have selective don't give a shit. As a recovering Cowboy fan,
I like it.
It's just, to me, it's another frivolous slogan that we'll hear about for the next 6 months. Selective aggression.
We'll make fun of it once free agency starts and they go and get somebody that nobody knows that can't play dead. Then we'll make fun of it then.
All right, it's in the building. Appreciate everybody jumping in here with the chats. Jump in here and shoot us a tip if you'd like to do so. You can jump into the super chat. It's guaranteed. We want to read as much as we can while we're doing the show. But if you leave us a tip via the super chat, it's guaranteed that we will read your post and potentially do an entire topic and segment on that. It is in the building. I have urgency this week. I'm on Tums. I took Tums this morning because I'm nervous. I have anxiety. Because we have another one of these things where I invite people to show up, and I'm always scared to death nobody's going to. This Saturday, I am going to be just outside of Floresville, Texas, from 10 a.m. to 1 for our Texas Land Showcase. It comes down this Saturday. We're going to have a bunch of, I think we're going to do maybe some sausage rolls for everybody.
Okay.
And we're going to have drinks that are free. We're going to have free tours for people that want to come out and take tours with me. And my guy Joshua Bohannon, who has become a buddy of mine. He is one of the top agents for a place called Blue Indy Realty, and we're going to show some land. You know, I'm a Texas land man now.
Yes, I was looking at the times right now. It's 10-2, right?
Yes,
So
10 to
probably
2,
leave
10 to 1,
about
something like
9, about a 45-hour
yeah,
drive.
it's 35, 40 minutes. Yeah, for sure. And it technically does not have an address yet because this is all open land that we own. I say we, that we own.
Well, you do.
And we're wanting to show it off. We've already platted it out. We've already blocked it off. We've got 3 to 5 acre lots here for sale. They are completely, and you can do whatever you want. It's unrestricted. You can build a deer stand. You can turn it into a brothel, whatever. You can build a gas station. You can build your dream house. And it's 35, 40 minutes from the Pearl in downtown San Antonio. So it's our Texas Land Showcase this Saturday outside Floresville. If you are interested, find that flyer and scan the code. We want you to RSVP so I can get a head count. Or just reach out to me and I'll shoot you the links. And I'll shoot you the coordinates of where this is. It's just outside Floresville, but it technically does not have an address yet.
Coordinate,
See,
everybody. You
that's
seem
correct.
like Mamba had Mama. You got to coordinate to get to the
So
showcase.
big time
baby.
I am now.
You got to coordinate to get to the Floresville showcase, baby.
All right. I didn't see this. I guess I was bogged down in
What
planning
happened?
this land showcase. What's up with Delta now?
You didn't see the plane
No,
that filled with smoke?
No. Now what?
They had a plane.
Did you see this, Bouquet? Another incident
No, I
with a
didn't.
freaking
Yeah,
plane?
they had a plane that filled up with smoke, had to do an emergency landing. No one was hurt.
Where the hell was this?
Where did they end up landing that plane?
Beat you, Delta. Don't even leave the airport. That's what it
Don't
used to
even leave
stand
the
for,
airport.
remember? Golly, man.
Evacuated after return to Atlanta airport. Delta
Oh,
plane
my.
fills with smoke. Passengers evacuated after they returned to the Atlanta airport.
Do we know what happened? What caused it?
We don't know yet. They're probably investigating this, but I'm thinking over the next couple of months, because it's been so awful.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan on, like, if you like, perfect example, like, let's say you want to, I'd book a hellscape trip now. Like, let's say you plan on going in like April or May.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking ticket prices are going to be down because people are like legit scared to fly right now.
Wow.
Now, I'm not saying that. I mean, keep in mind, we talk about these flights. There's 1,000 that land fine, but right now, because people are scared to fly, I feel like it's a good time for you to book your next hellscape trip, even if it's April or May, because I'm guessing the consumer in me thinks the prices may be down over the next month or two.
I've always been like I've always defended the airlines. Always.
Yeah.
I'm like a vehement defender of them. Like I'll fight somebody over defending that because I've never feared flying ever.
Me neither.
That being said, I always say a quick prayer before I get on a plane.
I do too.
You know, I have this weird superstition. It's funny because like I defend airline travel, but yet I say a prayer every time I get on.
You never know,
Because
man.
you are going in, you're 30,000 feet in the sky, you know, and you have no control of your life at that point.
None.
So every time I walk on a tarmac or I walk on a catwalk to get on a plane, I always say the Lord's Prayer, and I always touch the side of the plane before I walk through the door.
That's just your thing.
Been doing that for years.
Well, if it's working.
It's working so far.
I've only been on one
no
really bad
crashes or smoke.
on the way back from Orlando one
Yeah.
time. That was the only time I've had like that turbulence that makes you wonder if this is it. Like,
Wow.
I'm
You ever had like a
one
drop?
time? No, one time I've had really bad turbulence. Other than that, I've never had any issues flying.
Dude. Well,
Thank God.
my had some buddies that used to work for the Mavericks, their broadcast team. They had an incident one time. I think they were flying out of DC to play the Wizards. They were flying back to Dallas. This is back when I was working at Mickey Dallas. And the Mavs team plane, it like dropped 50 feet because of like a wind gust of turbulence. And all the food went croom to the top. And guys that didn't have their seatbelt on fell into the aisle.
Of course.
My buddies that were on the broadcast team, like I had a buddy who was eating dinner. It all went in his lap. Like the plane just bounced low 50 feet and everything went straight up against the inertia.
Scary.
And they were scared to death.
Hell yeah.
They had to fly the next day, hell or high water, because we had to get to the next stop. I've never had anything like that. I have had turbulence. Every once in a while, you know, flying out over the Pacific, going to the hellscape, you'll hit some shit out there over the ocean.
Obviously.
And thankfully, technology has gotten to the point now where pilots see it coming.
And they can redirect.
They can kind of adjust, you know, and hell, and humans don't even really pilot planes anymore once you get going.
Is it on autopilot pretty much for the most part? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. You have to direct it and steer it and all this kind of thing, but pretty much it's autopilot. There for a while there was and I don't know if it's still the same, but there was some real bad turbulence over the California mountain ranges. And so, like, when I had to connect to go to Hawaii, normally I'd have to go through LAX or SFO in San Francisco.
This time, right?
I did. I think, I was able to get lucky and go to Houston and go straight to Hawaii. But I've had to go to Cali before too, and flying over like the Yosemite. What's that? What's that mountain range there where Yosemite is? Those big redwoods and all that shit around that big mountain range. And there for a while, man, that was tough.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was, but I didn't love it. But anyway, poor Delta. That was a Delta plane that flipped over in Toronto. Now we have smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Golly. Did you see the big fight at the airport in Atlanta, by the way? There was a brawl.
No.
Right out front of the Spirit Airlines gates.
Hey, Spirit has never had a plane crash. People talk shit about Spirit, but Spirit's been bragging that they haven't had a plane go
Number
down.
one in safety, number one in customer
See what
service.
I'm saying?
And they're the cheapest. And that's why they get idiots that have fights outside of their gate, because we're talking about people that, cheap folks like me.
I mean, they charge you $200 back for a check-in, but
for sure. Yeah, you got to hide your toothbrush in your ass to get anything on. But outside of that, it's the safest you can do.
Of course they were fighting at a Spirit check-in. Of course.
It's a bunch of folks that are, middle class and low economic, and you get wound up and tight when you're poor. All right, you ain't got to be rich to get good hooch at Texas Cheer Liquor.
No,
neither.
You don't.
You can get discounts at Texas Cheer. We got 7 Texas Cheer Liquors in and around this area.
Look at
7. Look at that. Boom. 6 alone. Oh, cool. We got a little map. Look at that.
See that?
Look at that.
We're keeping it fresh with Texas Cheer. We're keeping it fresh daily. We're bringing you something else.
All right. There's the 6 greater San Antonio ones. I worked at the one right off of 281 up there near Bulverde and 281 headed to Stone Oak. You can see that one little gold star way up there by itself. That's Bernie. And then the second one, the second northbound one, is the one right off of 281. Why has he got 2 so close together there?
That is Braun. I want to say that's number 7 and number 9.
Okay.
Those are 2 that he took over. It just so happened to be it, but there's a bunch of houses around both, so it makes sense.
That's so good. That's so smart that he posted up there, because I don't go out there very often. Rudy lives toward that direction.
Yeah.
Boy, if you've not been to that part of the city in 10 years, you will not know where you're going when you get out there.
Right.
It has turned into its own city.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost feel like there should be like a northwest San Antonio. It has its own city limit and everything.
Right.
And good on AD. There you go. They're where they're all located. All of the area San Antonio and Bernie locations of Texas Cheer Liquor. And as always, mention in the building when you go in there, and you will get a 5% discount in the building.
I wanted to show that today because just the way the people can get a vibe of like, you know what, that makes sense. This one makes sense for me. That one makes sense for me. That one makes sense for me. So screenshot that and go and support our great sponsors. They got 7 different places you can do it. No reason you should be getting your hooch anywhere else.
Absolutely. Matt, no more Gulf of Texas. We still got that.
We still got the Gulf of Texas.
Yeah.
Gulf of Texas Cheer Liquor.
Yeah. I'll bet Governor Abbott would approve of that too. He's a Texas nationalist.
Yeah, he is. Don't get me started on that.
All right. Reminder, since we're paying some bills here.
What's
next
up?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I think. I'm trying not to cuss today.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
I'm trying.
You haven't cursed too much today.
I think you both are doing a good job of it.
Okay,
Thank you. See, now that you mentioned it, I'm going to start cussing again. We're trying to limit our cursing on the podcast because a week from this Thursday, for y'all that are watching this show live,
right?
A week from Thursday is the debut of In the Building Radio with Rudy J and me on a number of stations in and around South Texas. Of course, we'll be based here in San Antonio on K Alamo Tejano 98.9 and 92.1. They have 2 frequencies on FM. I've never been on FM radio. Well, ESPN when I was in Dallas was on FM, but not in San Antonio. You were on that Sports Star,
right,
on FM. So we're 2 frequencies here in town on K Alamo in San Antonio. We're going to be on Magic 104 in Corpus Christi, 95.9 Magic in Victoria, Tejano Mix in El Paso. And we're also going to be on San Antonio Tejano Television on Roku. We need to dress really well for that first radio
Let's
show.
do it.
We should dress well
You know,
every week. It's once a week.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh yeah. So
I'm down.
All right, we're gonna have a dress code for the radio show since it's gonna be on Roku too.
And we're only on once a week. Let's put on a show.
Yeah, it's gonna be Fly Thursday.
I mean, look at that picture we're using to promote. I ain't gonna wear a tuxedo, but I could dress nice
for the first one.
Tuxedo, not
We
going
should
that
rent
far.
a
I'll wear,
limo
I'll
and
wear,
everything.
I'll
We should
wear
get a limo escort
or,
to the radio
or a
show.
sprinter. Limos that had its run. Let's do a sprinter.
Okay, what is a sprinter?
The nice, cool like vans that are like with the recliners in them and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Those.
Are limos old school now?
Yeah, limos.
And they run their course.
They run their course. I don't even think Jose's ever seen a limo.
I took one to prom.
What year did you graduate?
2015.
Jesus Christ.
Did
you graduated high school 2015?
Yep.
He's young.
My daughter graduated 2014.
Papa, is that you?
Hey.
You ever been to Venezuela?
No.
When did your parents move here? Before you were you born? Okay, we
we
always say that he's undocumented.
Ask away.
I'll say, were you born in Texas?
No, I was born in Venezuela.
Wait a minute.
Let me see if I can guess the city.
Wait, are you being for real?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me try and guess the city.
Let's keep this low. I don't want it. We just got Jose. We just got on air the right way.
However, if he were to get deported, wouldn't it be funny radio?
No,
it
would be good.
Our
TV.
first radio segment is our podcast producer got deported.
No.
I mean, sorry for you, Jose, and all that. Sorry, that sucks, but it's great
Jose.
for it'd be great content.
He could never come back.
Hey,
no.
the listener comes first, even
Content
over our
would be
freedom.
crazy.
Okay.
It would be a very profitable ad revenue show.
So I have covered. I'm a baseball fan, so I'm aware of a few Venezuelan cities only because of
where your favorite
players.
baseball players are
see
from.
if I can guess where you're from.
Sure.
All right. Well, Caracas.
Of course, yeah. Come
Okay.
on.
All right.
Capital City,
All
gang,
right.
gang.
Okay. Cool.
Throw your C's up.
Puro Caracas.
Tread lightly there, Mr. Caracas. Tread lightly.
Okay, so I got it right off the top. I just guessed the biggest city. Had you said no, I would have guessed Maracaibo for my next one.
That's where my dad's from.
What the hell?
Where? Where is he from?
Maracaibo.
Maracaibo.
Yeah.
Tough spot to live in, man. Venezuela's going through a lot.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about the running water and all that and the electricity.
They turn off the electricity like at 5 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, I can't go back because my ass would get kidnapped.
Why? You think you're that good looking?
No, it's because if I hear me speak Spanish, they'll be like, "Man, look at this gringo. This guy's got USD on him."
Clearly not raised in Caracas.
Yeah, you definitely be free food.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you look like I definitely take your money. Like, yo, give me.
No, I'm very robbable.
Yeah, you very robbable.
Well, that kinky hair and that porn stash that Jose has.
That's me.
Dude, we could do some wonders with him getting dressed up.
I could work with Jose. I could style Jose. I could work with
by the way,
but these kids like Crocs and pajama pants.
I know, which
I think actually he has that on today.
He does.
He has on. Look, I didn't even know he has on Crocs.
No, he
and
does.
pajama
Are they the
pants.
checkered kind of pajama pants?
Of
course they are. What kind of bullshit is this? And it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
This is our fault.
It is our
fault.
We
did this.
We allow. We just want them to be good.
You raised me wrong.
We just want them to be good kids.
Okay.
If you decide to dress like a homeless person, then that's on you.
That being said, you and I got derailed last week by the resignation of DJLG.
Yes.
We did not fulfill
turn
our
that heater off.
Yeah, it's getting hot. We did not fulfill our duties for losing the Super Bowl, you and me both. We still owe and LG was supposed to be the one that dressed us. Remember? Because me and Rudy picked the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
We did.
We owe a dress off, which I've been reminded by some people. What about the dress off?
So we're gonna honor the bet.
We have to. And we have to get him to do it.
So what does a dress off entail?
Well,
first of all, go ahead, Mike.
I don't mean
I'm young. I don't know.
Rudy's got to get thoughts together because he doesn't want to do this bit.
No, I'll do it, but I'll do it under. It's got to be respectful. Can't damage the brand.
Of course, we can't damage the brand. Well, LG was supposed to get to dress us.
I think he said he had already picked yours.
What was it going to be? Was it the prisoner suit, the jumpsuit?
I don't remember.
He said, help me for those that watch every day. What did LG say? Hell, I can text him, but I don't know him anymore. Because we lost the Super Bowl pick, LG was going to get to dress me and Rudy for a day, or at least for a show, right?
Sure.
But
you can't even see this. Oh, we got to run a video on it then.
Well, yeah. Maybe we do a bit
because y'all would have no idea. I might be in my chones right now for all y'all know.
Yeah, so we have to do a bit where we get dressed up. However, someone else dresses us. Maybe Nina can do it, or maybe your lovely wife, who's a. Although she dressed you all fly looking.
Yeah, she dresses me nice.
Maybe we get him to do it, Mr. PJs and Crocs over there.
You guys could dress each other. You guys could do a Goodwill, buy the outfit from Goodwill thing for each other.
Well,
we really shop at Goodwill though. So that don't work.
Yeah, but the other person gets to pick out what it is you're getting from Goodwill. Things all right. This is not off the table. We're not going to be Welchers. We lost fairly and squarely.
So you want to honor the bet.
To be continued.
All right.
Very, very soon.
But we got to honor the bet.
All right. I mentioned that Dallas air flight that had the real bad 50-foot drop in the middle of the sky. I'm assuming that their plane has got to LA fine. I got to tell you, man, I have not been this up for a regular season basketball game in a hot minute. We have Mavericks and Lakers tonight in LA.
I wish it was in Dallas.
I do too. Well, that's coming next month.
It is, right? Mm-hmm. I thought they did have one more.
Luka is coming off by far his best game as a Laker.
Them beating Denver. They hadn't beat Denver in a long time. That was one that got the Laker LeBron slurpers all in their feelings. Like, yeah, you see, Luka's the difference. Now Denver, because Denver's beaten them, I want to say 2 years in a row.
Right.
So that win was significant in the Lakers' eyes. That was a really good win. But tonight will be a little bit different injury. And because LeBron understands this type of thing, because he remembers how it was when he left Cleveland, I would expect them, because LeBron is so smart and because he understands these moments, LeBron is going to want to see to it that Luka gets 60. I wouldn't be shocked if Luka goes for 60 tonight. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I think that's going to be the message. I think LeBron's going to tell JJ, hey, it's Luka's night. You're going to tell all the rest of the players it's Luka's night. We're going to look for him early, going to look for him often. But if I'm J Kidd, even though I love Luka and it wasn't my thing,
sure,
I'm sending a triple at his ass. You ain't getting off on us. If y'all beat us, y'all beat us. But Luka ain't giving us 60.
Man, I tell you right now, y'all can say whatever y'all want about this man, but
what man?
Kyrie Irving.
I'm listening.
This is another guy who realizes the hype around this game, and he knows that Luka's going to want to show Nico Harrison what's up. But Kyrie Irving, as goofy as he can be, is an absolute dog. Kyrie Irving is a competitor. And he's one of these guys where when you give him something that's like extra motivational, like this kind of situation, that dude rises to the challenge.
He likes these games too. I think the Lakers win this game. But again, if I'm J Kidd, love you, Luka, but you're on the other side now. I'm triple teaming you. I'm not gonna let you go for 60.
Absolutely.
But I think the Lakers are gonna want Luka it to be Luka night. So
do you guys want to guess the spread of the game?
But not at the expense of losing, though. The Lakers are going to want to win.
Lakers 3.
Lakers 7.
Lakers 9.5.
Wow.
Well, keep in mind the Mavs is not just AD. They've been dropping like flies since the Luka trade. Mm-hmm. So they're dealing with a bunch of injuries. So that line doesn't actually shock me, Jose.
They've got a thinner front court than the Spurs do right now. Dallas does. It's bad. But I am looking forward to it. I want to see Luka against his old team. 9:00 our time is the tip-off. I think this is a TNT game, too.
Tuesday, 9:00 TNT.
Yes, sir.
And our Spurs are back against those pesky Pelicans tonight.
Yeah, I think I'll be watching TNT.
Well, we get to do both. The Spurs play at 7.
Well, you let me know how the Spurs are looking.
You abandoned.
I'm mad at them. Yeah, I'm mad at them. I'm upset. Yeah, we're not happy right now.
It's not their fault Wemby got hurt.
I understand.
But they were
sleeping in other beds right now.
They got beat. They
were already you were already mad at them when Wemby was
already
still there.
mad at them. And then the other night, what do they do in the first New Orleans game? They get up 17 and get outscored by 30-5 the rest of the game and lose by 18. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, the Spurs got me.
You weren't supposed to cuss, man.
That's some BS.
See, we got to watch this next Thursday.
That's some straight bullshit.
Right.
I don't love that. So I am looking forward to seeing Luka against Dallas tonight. It's hard to even say Luka against Dallas tonight. That does not come out of my mouth.
Again, I can't think of any other trade of this magnitude with somebody that has 5 first-team All-NBAs. Only one that comes to mind is Wayne Gretzky. I can't think of one. Maybe Kareem? Yeah, Kareem getting traded, but he wanted out. He told Milwaukee, and Kareem was an asshole. So I guess that one they didn't have no choice. Yeah, Kareem was an asshole. No, there ain't no disrespect. He was an asshole.
The great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Did you just call him an asshole?
He was. But he wanted to be. There's nothing wrong with calling a guy that is happy to be an asshole.
His reputation was. No, I'm not hating on Kareem.
Me neither.
That's before my time. Kareem was a real cerebral, intellectual kind of guy.
And if you wasn't on that level, he had no time.
No time, which was like most of the guys on his team, which was bullshit. And that wasn't cool to Kareem. But what can you say? All he did was win. So, and then won another title when Magic showed up, or 2. He was older, but he was still on those Showtime teams.
Together.
Yeah,
they won 5 together.
Yeah, badass. All right, it is in the building. We are happy for you to jump in here and give us money, and I've got incentive for you to give us money. All right, the next person that donates $25 or more, you can give $100 if you want, but the minimum here is $25. The next person that tips $25 into the super chat will receive this bootleg in the building shirt that I was going to wear on the show, but how I would look like a floating head in our studio. Yeah. Look at that. This is a bootleg. Look how gangster this looks too.
One of the great things about this new background for now is my teeth look really white.
My skin looks ridiculous.
Oh, look at my teeth. I got TV teeth on this background.
Can't find Rudy. Where you at?
I'm not that black, sir. I'm that good caramel. I am dark skin delegation, but
you do have a nice tone.
I do.
Yeah, I like your skin tone. Look at that.
So yeah, donate some money to get you a bootleg in the building shirt.
Look at that. Bootleg in the building.
And you can have hard around your neck.
Yeah, how you like the gangster looking like around the neck collar?
Hard around your neck.
Hard TV.
You like hard things around your neck?
If you do, then the first person to give us $25 or more scores this shirt, and I will personally deliver this T-shirt to you. All right? On the back of the shirt,
Mike Taylor.
It says Mike Taylor on the back of it. This is a one of one. Yeah, this is one of one. Only one of these was made. All right. Unlike Wemby, like was it the card company that made just one edition? I forget the name of the company already. We talked about this yesterday.
Panini?
Is it Panini?
Yeah.
They have one edition of this Wemby rookie card that's sold for $860,000. We're only asking $25 for the one and only Mike Taylor shirt.
Now I got a great idea.
Here with the tip. Yes,
fellas,
sir.
I got a great idea for this shirt. And let me turn. I'm podcast Rudy right now.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not radio Rudy right now. I say donate, get the shirt.
Yeah.
Give it to your wife as a pajama.
Mm-hmm.
And then did it with the back shots, and you can be thinking about Mike Taylor while you're giving the back shots.
Go.
That's nice.
Perfect.
Or would you go soft if I see your name?
No, it'd make me go rock hard, obviously.
He would, yeah. He would.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mike.
He's not kidding either.
No, there's no laughing.
Yeah, so give it to your lady. Let her do the whole t-shirt and panties thing.
Yeah, a good bit.
But keep the t-shirt on. Hit her with the back shots.
There it is.
Hit her with the back
shots. look at George. Winners get to do what they want. $50, motherfucker. It's yours, George. It's yours, player. Here's the thing. This might actually help your sex life. So you know how a lot of guys will think about other stuff while they're smashing.
So you don't finish early.
Correct. Look at you trying to be Radio Rudy.
I almost said the C word.
All right. So you don't complete. So you don't premature.
Yeah.
You want to please your lady.
Right.
This is you acting like we're being nasty. We're providing this is a service for the public.
Yeah, man. We're trying to
George,
help y'all.
George, get your significant other to wear this, right?
And then hit her with the back shots.
And then you can think about our podcast and our radio show. I'm thinking about funny bits we've done. Here we go. Julie, here's 10 from the $200 I'm going to win for taking the over on 32.5 points for Luka because Rudy said.
God, Joe, don't put that kind of pressure on me, JB. Damn.
Taking the over on Luka's 32.5. Man. I love that. You know what? Get a screenshot of that. I want to revisit this tomorrow.
So how do we get George's information so you can drop it off to him?
Good George, get a hold of me, man. Somehow, some way. Email me. That's probably the easiest way. If you have social media, you can DM me, George, or email me. My email is MikeTaylorShow@gmail.com. That's my old one from back in the radio days. MikeTaylorShow@gmail.com. Yeah, so this is a way for you to have her wear this, concentrate on me and my name. It's so bootleggy. Like, look how Mike spelled capital M, lowercase IKE. But then the Taylor.
But shout out to the guy that gave us those. He gave us those at our first Super Bowl remote.
The Taylor is in all caps. It's so bootleggy. Yeah, this was.
We got him when we were actually here.
Right, we were here watching the Super Bowl here at this bar. And this cat made these, and I don't want you to get your feelings hurt. I gave it away, and it's going to a good cause.
Good cause.
Yeah, I wound up getting sold for $50. It didn't get sold. It was auctioned. It was auctioned off. Look at that.
George Sanchez says, "Oh, I will. I'm going to love her hard."
Hell yeah, I love that. By the way, we had years ago. This is before you joined me, back when I was a younger man.
When you were a little less mature,
we had a Love You Hard challenge.
And what was that?
Well, we would give shout outs to Thunderdomers
God.
that would yell "Love You Hard" in that most intimate of moment, that climactic moment.
But how would you know? Where's the proof?
Well, they would have to take the word for it. And so we had this couple that showed up to the hangar one time when I was out there. Remember the days of the hangar? I used to do show every Thursday. We were at the hangar way back in the day. And this couple showed up and she was like, "It's ridiculous, but it's true. He did yell 'Love You Hard' when he came." It was the Love You Hard sex challenge of 2K10. And I remember Peter Bolger having to drag me in one day and goes, "You know, you don't have to make all of your topics about sex." He's like, "Mike, sex is a crutch for you, isn't it?" I'm like, "Well,"
he called it a crutch, like when in doubt, talk sex.
Right. Oh, panic. There's 4 more minutes left in the segment. Anyway, have y'all ever done anal? You know, I would just panic, you know. So anyway, here we are. We're resurrecting the challenge, but only for George. He's VIP. He just
$50.
He just won the shirt. All right, George, hit me up, man. Oh, this is your T-shirt. Jorge Sanchez.
Adrian, I'm glad you caught that. Thanks again for the hoodie. Because I said you got to roll tape.
Golly.
No, I don't want that.
Don't roll video. Audio is acceptable, but don't.
Audio's acceptable.
Well,
audio's acceptable until she ain't making no noise and like, damn. George ain't doing shit.
We don't care about her noise. I want to hear about you. I want to hear your noise. Oh, love you hard.
I don't want to hear that shit.
All right, it's time for People I Want to Punch, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. For more, here's Rudy Johnson.
I want to punch the anonymous/unnamed team that went full pizza and petitioned the league to ban the Tush push.
Whoa, okay.
Now, if that ain't pizza, I don't know what pizza is. That is the very definition of pizza. Because keep in mind, okay, yes, I want to say since 2022, the Eagles are 88% conversion rate when they 3rd and 1 with the Tush push.
Right.
Yes, it is damn near unstoppable. But keep in mind, other teams have tried to do this. Ask Buffalo Bills. They tried to Tush push Josh Allen against the Chiefs and got their ass stonewalled. So we can't go changing rules because the Philadelphia Eagles have mastered how to get 1 yard. That is full pizza. Punch. And not only that, punch them twice for not put your name on it. Put your name on it, man. Like, hey, man, I think it's unfair. I think somebody's going to get hurt. Whatever. Put your name on it. Why are you unnamed?
Right.
Why are you anonymous? Whoever you are, screw you, punch you for not putting your name on it, and punch you for not, hey, man, we just got to figure out a way to stop it. Or don't let them get to 3rd and 1. I don't know. Look, if you're playing Philly, it's frustrating. If they're 1 yard away, just get ready. It's going to be a first down. That has to suck, but we can't go changing rules because y'all can't stop a play.
If they're going to get rid of the tush push, then they need to outlaw any offensive lineman pushing a running back or a quarterback at any time of the game. Because what's the difference?
That's the part we want outlaw. We don't want to outlaw the QB sneak. We want to outlaw them being able to push him.
See, because what I read was Troy Vincent is the VP of ops for the NFL. Oh, he played for the Eagles back in the day.
Yes.
He's like Goodell's czar.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Okay. He was saying that, it's an unidentified team. They want to specifically outlaw the tush push.
So just not be at
that formation.
So he can have Jalen Hurts can do the QB sneak, but you can't have somebody behind him pushing him.
No, that's what they want to outlaw that.
How you feel about that?
Well, I don't love it because here's the thing. Because how many times do you see a running back in traffic, and as he's falling, you'll see the center coming like falling, like push him.
See, in college, it's illegal.
I know, not in the league. If you're going to outlaw, I don't love the tush push. Well, of course, maybe.
Do you think it's cheating?
No, I don't think it's cheating. I'll tell you this: that scene in the NFC Championship game against Washington, where the dude kept flying over offside, trying to stop it. That I'd rather have paper cuts on my corneas than have to watch. That was terrible. But I don't know how you outlaw that unless you outlaw anyone helping anyone get yards. So if you're going to outlaw the tush push, get rid of anybody. You can't be carrying wide receivers another yard, no matter where you are.
You know why there's something to that? Because everything is so geared toward offense. So like I can pull my running back 3 yards forward, get a touchdown, but yet on defense, you give them forward progress.
Right.
So then don't you know what? Don't change that, but allow me to take the receiver from the 35 to the 31 and drag his ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If we're going to allow you to push him 4 yards forward, I should be able to drag him 4 yards backwards. That's the only part about that I don't like.
Right. I don't love how this has been around for years. And then all of a sudden now the Eagles win the Super Bowl. So now somebody wants to outlaw it. That's bullshit.
And other teams try to do it and they don't do it as well.
Right. Yeah. Like Buffalo.
Yeah. The Eagles have mastered it. And everybody in the chat, Jay, Glenn, Julian, they're saying it's the Packers.
Did the Packers do it first?
No, the Packers are the anonymous team.
Oh, did that get out?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
What do they care? Look, man, I don't have any problem with it as a play unless you outlaw all guys being held by
if that's the case, you can't push the running back or pull the running back into the end zone.
Yeah, right? Like when they're on a pile or like even just trying to get a first down, you always see the center will like on his back grab the kid, like throw him over him. Stop doing that.
Yeah, that should be a league. Like Hack-a-Shack. Remember when they wanted the league wanted because of Pop?
Right.
And everybody and I was like, you can't change that rule because Shaq can't shoot free throws. Learn to shoot free throws.
Yeah. And in this case, teams have bitched about the tush push for years. But not until now, all of a sudden, the Eagles win the title.
Right.
And now we got whoever it is, Packers or whoever, like, well, this is not fair. We got to outlaw this. So they've got the combine this week. And then in a couple of fortnights, I don't know, mid-March, I want to say, they're having the owners' meetings in crazy Florida. And this is going to get brought up. I think it takes 24 of the 32 teams to approve a new rule.
24.
And you know how the NFL is, man. It takes them forever to pass anything.
So we were probably looking at maybe 2027, if so.
At the earliest, because, they just they don't love change. And then when they do decide to do something, they wait 2 or 3 years to do it. They get shit. They're like Congress trying to get things done in the NFL. And but things change, moods change. So maybe if they can get to 24 teams to say we outlaw it, you got to go with it. But I don't love that. Okay, we're just going to outlaw on the goal line or anywhere. I guess anywhere on the field.
You're not allowed to push him from the back.
Our center's still going to be able to nudge running backs and wide receivers in piles because if that's the same concept as the tush push.
Me and you on the same page. If you're gonna eliminate them being able to push Hurts, then you got to eliminate them being able to push the running back. And let's call it what it is. Let's just call it the Eagle rule.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just call it the Eagle rule.
But man, moods change. Maybe enough owners now, and maybe players have bitched about it. Where I'm a capitalist. I'm a Democrat. I believe in democracy is what I mean by that. And if the majority want to get it done, then you got to roll with it.
20
years ago, smoking.
I'm all about a vote.
Sure. 20 years ago, smoking pot was a sin. You're going to go to hell.
You have a dime bag. Get on the ground.
Now it's
a dime bag full of seeds and sticks. Get your ass on the ground.
Big business in 35 states. So things change, attitudes change, and so it's fine if they outlaw it. It seems kind of sissy to me. You figure teams will find a way to defend it, but it's almost indefensible the way the Eagles run it. Makes me wonder why they don't do it all day.
88% over the last 2 seasons.
Damn.
That means it's like, at that point, I probably don't even put my defensive line in that position. Like, yo, man, let's just give them the first. Let's get out of here.
It's a good punch. All right, I want to punch the guy who damn near ran me off the road today, where he kind of did.
On your way here?
On my way here today,
all right,
on 281 near downtown San Antonio, right around the interchange where it looks like a female.
Jesus. Today's show is off the rails.
In an anatomical book, you know how we have it, the 35 and the split goes around downtown like that.
Yes, Michael.
I'm sorry for saying it looked like a.
It's all good.
Body
but you said it. You said it under FCC violation.
I did. Yeah,
that was good.
You know what? Let me recant that.
That'll pass.
Did you see Back to the Future? The movie Back to the Future.
It's been a while.
You remember the doc had that flex capacitor.
Absolutely.
Thing? Made him go back in time. It looked like
got you.
I remember being in 5th grade going, that looks like what I saw in the anatomy book.
And I'm sure your parents are like, really, Mike?
I'm getting off. I'm getting way.
Let's go. What did he do?
I need an ADHD pill. So I'm coming here to the studio today, and there's this big monster, and I'm in the right-hand lane, about to exit. You exit. Take the Carolina exit? What is that at Carolina? What is that over there? You know what it is, right there by the Alamo Dome.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the right-hand lane, cruising, going the speed limit, with my blinker on, about to exit. And all of a sudden, I see pop from the center lane into the right-hand lane, a big-ass SUV. And this dude's going 80, coming right at me like, oh, motherfucker. Yeah, hey. And there was a car to my left.
So you couldn't bail.
I couldn't go left, and I needed to exit anyway. I'm like, whoa. And he's just coming, and he gets right up on my bumper, and lays on the horn. I'm going like 65 in the right-hand lane, clearly about to exit.
In the passing lane, right?
Right, with my blinker on, because I'm one exit down from the exit, and he's up on my shit, and I give him a middle finger like this, and he's like, and I have to move over. He makes me move over because my car is little.
Yeah, of course.
Thank God I had about 12 feet of
like
side shoulder up against the fucking wall. I had to get off the lane into the shoulder, and then he goes past me and then cuts off the car to my left so he can keep going. If I didn't have to come here, I would have got behind him and followed that motherfucker. That deserved a curse word.
It's all good. I feel you. I hate them people.
And taking a picture of his goddamn license plate and sent the son of a bitch to my lawyers. I would have snitched on his ass.
But
you gonna kill somebody because your ass is running late. Bullshit. So you motherfucker, you white motherfucker. I'm playing race card too. If he'd been a Mexican, I'd have said Mexican.
That's all good. Do your thing,
this
dog.
White dude all by himself, dressed nice in the big ass light tan SUV on 281 today by the Alamo Dome that made that little car move over into the median. Thank God I had some room. I hope you get ass cancer in your mouth. Not ass cancer in your ass. Ass cancer in your mouth, motherfucker. Punch that guy, son of a bitch.
I hate people like that. Like, bro, it's not that serious, bro. Like, let me in. Like, what are these next 2-3 seconds gonna do for you if you're already late? I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, just let me in, bro.
I hope your old lady sucks your brother's dong.
Hey,
maybe that's why he was mad.
You save that, Jose?
Of course.
Bullshit.
Save that, please.
Horseshit.
I've got a punch for you.
Oh, who you punching?
Yes, sir.
I'm shocked you guys didn't talk about this yourselves, but punch the guy that outed my guy, Steve Smith. Steve Smith, have you guys heard about this?
I
have, and that guy deleted his Twitter account. So is he telling the truth or not about Steve?
Well, the phone call was there.
Well, first of all, why are you punching him if Steve was sleeping with his lady?
Okay, well,
let Steve Smith cook.
Give this story some context.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. So, of course, we saw on Twitter, this was like 2 days ago, a day ago, random Twitter user X puts out that his ex-wife, or I guess going to be his ex-wife, was apparently sleeping with Steve Smith. And we saw the whole Twitter exchange.
They worked together or no?
No, so basically, Steve Smith. You guys remember Steve Smith ran the band for the Ravens that one day, and this lady was in the band apparently.
Yeah,
and that's how they met.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yes. And then the flirtation started, and then he posted all the text messages, saying Steve Smith rearranged some IUDs. So respect to Steve Smith for being a real piper out there, and no shout out to this
piper.
Oh,
he's the Pied Piper over there.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you guys' reaction.
Oh
no.
Should we be mad at Steve or the old lady who let him do that to her? That's on her.
My OGs raised me on West 25th Street in Tyler, Texas.
Hey.
Todd Anderson, Patrick Jackson,
TA, Big Pat.
Yeah, they told me,
Little Boozy,
you never
Big Ball.
Blame the dude. You never blame the dude. If a man gonna be a man. If your lady's gonna lay down, most men are gonna take it. It just is what it is. Most men are gonna hit if your lady's gonna allow them.
I think it was the great Chris Rock who once said, "A man is only as faithful as his options."
Yeah, so you cannot get mad at a dude for being a dude. You got to get mad at your lady. He needs to be upset with his lady, and maybe that's what his point was, the tweeting that out. That's kind of exposing her. But Steve's just being an ass. Steve just being a man, doing what he do.
Now,
you always blame your lady. I don't know. Steve's
I would not get mad at the guy as much. Now, here's the thing: if the guy knows that she's married, that's bullshit for him. But I'm more mad at her.
I feel you.
And if the dude's married or he's with somebody, obviously he shouldn't be cheating either. I'm not condoning guys cheating.
I know what you mean.
But you're right. A single dude, you can't get too mad at him.
Yeah, especially if he don't know you.
Yeah, if y'all know each other, that's another thing. That's completely different. But if he's just some random guy y'all don't know each other, and he's single, I'm gonna get more pissed off at my old lady. And by the way, maybe there's a reason why she's cheating on his ass, because let me go on Twitter and complain. Right. What a pussy.
And let me tell y'all something about
seriously.
Let me tell y'all something about the IUD rearranging. I'm gonna pull the curtain back for you. Mike, you know what IUD is, right?
So if my wife got her IUD rearranged by another man, I go to the grave with that secret.
No, but time out. Let me give y'all some background on IUD. You know what IUD is, right? It's like a birth control thing.
Yes, it goes up inside a woman.
Right.
See,
so look,
I don't know that Jesus approves of this behavior, but go ahead.
I'm not packing.
Why do you always say that?
I'm trying to give context about the IUD rearranging.
Yes, sir.
It's not that you don't have to. Just because he got to the IUD don't mean you're huge. Because there were times within the month where I could feel the IUD. Because my wife used to have one.
Okay, now things just got serious. For real, you can feel on the tip.
The closer she would get to her cycle, it kind of moved. I don't know what it is about inside them. It moves down, and it was kind of uncomfortable for both of us. So, and again, I'm 5'9". I wear a 10.5. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And I would be like,
see your hands,
see my hands. I was like, and so it's not that difficult to reach the IUD.
Okay. I see.
So the closer they get, for whatever it is, I don't know what happens on their interims, but when they get close to the cycle, it pushes the IUD kind of closer.
Feel like you're tapping on a wishbone or something?
It's awful. It's sometimes it was uncomfortable.
It's awful for you.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like bad where you're like, I can't do this, but you could feel it.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was weird, but it worked.
Huh.
She never got pregnant though when she had the IUD.
Wow. Ethel Wolf 98. What the F is an IUD? Again, it's a thing you insert. It's birth control.
Right.
Ethel Wolf must be Catholic because they don't do birth control in the Catholic
blocks
Church.
Your soldiers. So your soldiers are swimming, Ethel, and then next thing you know, they hit a wall.
Yeah, like Wemby.
They hit a wall.
Popping it back.
Your soldiers are partying. They're like, yeah, man, we headed to the ovaries. Let's go. And then
it's all beat at the ovaries.
They get smacked by an IUD wall.
They should play this in high school health class.
Hey, fellas. So you guys out there, they're like, hey man, I was all up in that IUD. We all were, bro. We all were.
It ain't that special.
It ain't that special. So don't think Steve Smith is some mandingo. It's not that hard to reach.
Rearranged. It's funny. I
like the way Jesus worded it, but it's
funny.
not that big.
Yes, Jay Glenn, I did have tush push action on the freeway today. Yeah, and that tush push would have gotten my ass killed.
Yeah, that's not
Son
funny.
Of a bitch. Welcome to another edition of In the Pizza with me and Rudy and Jose here from Pub Culture Sports Radio.
Wow, show today. Y'all make sure y'all share this show with your buddies.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, we got members only coming up too today.
Yeah, so we got to get out of here.
Yes, sir. So, thank you, Orlando Kill. That's my official family man. If I need a family lawyer, maybe somebody rearrange your old lady's IUD, and that's it. Time to call Orlando. Orlando, hey, yes, sir. Hey, what's going on? Yes, I'm from In the Building. I'm a subscriber. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. How's it going? Somebody rearranged my old lady's IUD. Oh, okay. Here, let me send you an onboarding package. And we'll get the divorce proceedings going. If you need a family lawyer, Orlando Kells, who I would go with. That's my guy. He should be yours too. Orlando Kell Law. That's his email. OrlandoKellLaw@gmail.com.
What do you want to tease?
OrlandoKellLaw@gmail.com. For members only.
Yeah, we'll be back about 10:30.
Yeah, about 10:30, 10:35 or so. We're going to praise big white boy basketball players.
Okay.
We're going to talk about what kind of NFL draft we got coming. The Texans are.
Yeah, let's talk about the
threatening
Texans,
to move.
And let's talk about big white basketball players.
Unless we get derailed by pizza. Otherwise, that's it. We're done. Love y'all hard. Thank you very much. This is the building. Coming down. For those that watch it live, should we do 10:35?
Oh, just depends on
you more flipping our all right. Okay, very good. How about
10:30's fine?
10:30's fine. All right, for our live listeners, up next is members only at 10:30. So you members, all right, dust it off. Members only is coming up in about 20 minutes. Love your heart. See you then on Love Your Heart TV. Yeah.